of the company, what are all the key resources? For example, let us take example as a Mahindra company. In that Mahindra company, what they'll do, they'll manufacture the cars and they will sell to the customers. Like in this business, I'm just taking example. In this Mahindra business, in this company, what can be the key resources? Like men. Men is nothing but manpower in our company. Like employees in your company. Without employees, we cannot run our business. So men is a key resource of our company. Not only men, like machines also. For example, here daily 10 cars are manufactured, okay, in the production department manually. Manually means you are not using any machines, just manually you are daily manufacturing only 10 cars. If you are involving like some machines also, like tire fitting, engine fitting, like any other activities of like car painting, in that case daily 20 cars also you can manufacture if you involve some machines. So if you are increasing in your production, we can deliver to the customer in time without any delay. So that will helps in your business. So machines also plays a key role in my business. Along with that, materials also plays a key resource in my business. For example, if you want to manufacture this car, so to manufacture a car, what are the materials we need? We need some engine, gearbox, clutch, tires, okay, side lamp, headlamp, mirrors, like seats, like many things, gearbox, like many things. So without all those materials, nuts, bolts, like everything, you cannot manufacture your car. So materials also plays a key role in my business. Like what are all the key resources? Like men, machines, materials, along with that money is also a key resource. Like if you want to run your business in a profit manner, like if you need to run your business, like salary payments to employees is one part. So we need money. Not only that, like materials, if you want to purchase, we need money. So man, machines, materials, and money. These are all the key resources in our business. Like planning is nothing but we have to plan. Here we don't have much definition over here. Like what we have to plan all our resources, we have to plan and utilize all your resources completely. Then only can run your business in a profit manner. For example, there are 100 employees in your company. Only 80 employees are working. Remaining 20 employees, they are sitting ideally. Sitting ideally means whatever the work you have given, they completed quickly and sitting ideally. So you have to identify them and you have to give them some new work. So they will start working on the new task. So you have to identify resources where you are utilizing your resources completely. Okay. Not only that, if you need 1,000 tires, we have to purchase only 1,000 tires. What happens if you purchase more than 1,000 tires? It will get wasted, right? So how much is required? What material, how much quantity required? Accordingly, we have to purchase. So that is like where you can completely utilizing your resources. So that is the reason, whatever all the resources in your business, we have to utilize them completely so that you can run your business in a profit manner. Now in this Mahindra company, like what exactly the business process? So before we understand that business process, I'm just taking an example. It can be Mahindra or it can be anything, but for example purpose, we are taking as Mahindra. In this company, there is a sales department. Let us take, okay. Now sales department will be available for any company. Now one big customer or a dealer will come and order 1,000 cars. So once they order 1,000 cars, this customer or a dealer, now sales department do not have the real-time data. Like they don't have stock information, stock availability and all. So what they'll do, they'll inquire with the inventory department. Okay, inventory department always they will manage the stock in your company. They knows how much stock, what material, like everything, like whatever the availability of stock in your store location or warehouse, that information will be available with the inventory department. So once sales department requests inventory department, they'll check at warehouse or store location and confirm that, saying that we are having some 800 cars available readily. That information will be passed to the sales department. Now sales department immediately they'll request customer or a dealer saying that, sir, as of now we are having only 800 and remaining. Yes, Sajin, please do not write anything in the screen. Sajin, not only Sajin, others also, like it will be disturbing to others also, right? So please do not write anything in the screens. As of now, that sales department, they will request customer or a dealer saying that, sir, as of now we are having only 800 and remaining 200 will deliver to you in the next 20 days. So now you have ordered some, if you see now you have ordered 1000 cars, that is your order. But as of now, readily the stock is available only 800 quantity. So remaining 200 will deliver to you in the next 20 days. So sales department immediately they'll request production department to start manufacturing 200 cars in the next 20 days. 200 cars in the next 20 days. If you see, if you want to manufacture a car, we need some raw materials. Let us consider all those as a like raw material 1, 2, 3. So exactly we don't know, right? Like we are just discussing on an example basis. So let us consider all those as a raw materials. Now, if you want to manufacture a car, we need all these materials. So production department, what they will do, they do not have the real-time data like stock information or anything. So they will inquire with the inventory department again. Now, inventory department, they'll check at warehouse or store location and confirm that we are having the stock for all materials except this raw material one. Let us consider this raw material one is a tires. Okay, some material called a tire. Without tire, you cannot manufacture the cars, right? So we need this material, but this material is out of stock. So inventory department, they have checked and confirmed that at store location, this particular material is out of stock. Without this material, I cannot manufacture the cars. So in this case, production department will request purchasing department. Production department will request purchasing department to start purchase this tire, okay, tire material. Once purchasing department start purchasing that material with any of the vendor in the market, let us consider there is a vendor X in the market. Once we purchase that material with the vendor X will supply that material. We'll use that material in the manufacturing, and after that we'll manufacture the cars and we'll deliver to the customer. This is normal process, as everybody has a little bit idea on this. But whenever we are purchasing any material, we have to check the quality of that material. What happens if you are not checking the quality of that material? For example, I am purchasing some tire material and I am not checking the quality of that tire material. So in this case, now I will manufacture the car, then I will deliver to the customer. Customer will start using the car for 10 days, 20 days, and they'll start raising the complaints about the poor quality of the tires. So Mahindra company is a branded company which has a good reputation in the market. Like if they are getting such kind of a poor complaints and all from customer, they lose their reputation, right? So to avoid such kind of a reputation and all, like whenever we are purchasing any material, we have to check the quality of the material also. So for quality checking and all, we have a department called quality management department, which helps to check the quality of your material, whatever in your business, like whatever material we are purchasing and all. So after checking the quality, we will use that material in the manufacturing. Then only we'll manufacture that car or whatever, and then we'll deliver to the customer. Now, you are purchasing some material with the vendor. After purchasing some material, you have to make some payment to the vendor, right? Like payment and all will be taken care by finance department. Finance department will take care of the payment and all. Like if you see here, finance department will take care of payment. Like whenever we purchase any material, like payments and all to the vendor, that and all. Not only that, we have one more department, that is human resource department, HR department, who take care of employee hiring, salary payments, information maintenance of employees. In your business, like how many employees, everything that will be taken care by HR department. Now, this Mahindra car manufacturing company, if they need to run their business, how many departments are involved? Sales department, inventory department, finance department, purchasing department, quality management department, production department, HR department. There are like number of departments were involved in this business. Okay. Now, as I said here, like what are the key resources in our business? Like man, machines, materials, and money. So if you see in your business, what can be the key resource? Like employees, sales department employees, inventory employees, purchasing, like every department employees are the key resource. Like machines also, those are also key resource. See how to, when you purchase a material for 1 lakh rupees, you have to get it the work for worth of 2 lakh or 3 lakh accordingly, right? So machines also, like materials also, whatever using your materials, completely you have to utilize. There should be less wastage and all in this, right? Not only that, money, like whatever the money you are investing, you have to plan accordingly. Okay. See, whenever you purchase any material accordingly, you have to check your balancing sheets and also you have to manage everything. So this is how you have to utilize all your resources completely. Whenever you utilize all your resources completely, we can run your business in a profit manner. So for that, what happened? As the owner of this company, you will daily visit your plant. For example, you are having a plant in Chennai. Okay, daily you will visit that Chennai plant and you will try to monitor your business. How, like purchasing department, what material they are purchasing, how much quantity they are purchasing. Okay, like for everything we will monitor, like for what quantity, how much quantity, like what material they are purchasing. After purchasing material, quality department checking that material quality or not. Like once we purchase, finance department making payment to the vendor or not. Like every business scenario, every transactions that will be monitored, okay, by visiting your plant. Like if you are having more than one plant, not only in Mumbai, for example, in Kolkata also, you are having one plant. So in that case, they not only in Kolkata, like other countries like US, okay, China and Japan. Okay, in the multiple countries, if you are operating your plant or your business, in that case, it is not possible to travel each and every country, and it is not possible to visit daily each and every plant. But you have to run your business in a profit manner. So in that case, what we have to do? We have to plan your business in a systematic way. So for that, we are having some ERP softwares. Like among them, SAP is the top ERP software, which helps to run your business in a systematic way. Like before you implement this SAP, if you want to purchase any material, we used to create the emails, sending through the faxes, like purchase orders or whatever. Not only that, like sales orders or anything delivering to the customer in different processes. Offline process we were doing. Like once you implement SAP software, everything is online process. Like you can monitor your business. Like for example, if you want to purchase any material, we will try to log in SAP, and there we will create the purchase orders. Like sales department, if they want to sell material to the customer, they will try to log in SAP and they'll create the sales order. Like every business transaction, every business activities, like it can be sales activities, inventory, purchasing, any activity, we will log into this SAP and we will try to use this SAP software to run all our business scenarios, so that we can get all the real-time data, right? Like, so you can log in from anywhere and you can check the reports in the SAP software, like what material we are purchasing, how much quantity we are purchasing, what is the total quantity, what is the targeted sales for the next month. Like everything you can monitor, all the real-time data will be having. Now, if you talk more about this SAP, in SAP we are having 40 plus modules. Again, in the SAP we are having 40 plus modules. So for any of the business, it is not mandated to implement all these 40 plus modules, but for any of the manufacturing company, it is mandatory to implement these key modules. Like what are the key modules in the SAP? Like SAP MM, SAP QM, SAP PP, SAP FICO, SAP HD, like SAP HR. These are all the key modules in the business. Like if you see here, SAP MM, what exactly this SAP MM? MM is materials management. Materials management. So now we were discussing more about this demo is more about related to SAP MM, right? So now we'll discuss more about this SAP MM, materials management. Managing the materials in your business in the area of purchasing and inventory, that will be taken care by SAP MM module. Like QM is quality management. Like in the area of quality management, if you want to do any some system related updates and all in the SAP, that will be taken care by SAP QM module. Like for production planning, we have SAP PP. Like for finance department, we have FICO. For sales and distribution, we have SAP HD. For HR department, SAP HR. See, in your business, there are multiple departments. For every department, we have a separate module in the SAP software. Like related to the purchasing and inventory, that will cover in the SAP MM module. Like finance related, SAP FICO. Like for every department, we have separate module in the SAP. Now, again in this SAP, there are two categories of users, like two categories, people who will log into your SAP. Like, okay, like here we can see end users. One is the end user, other is a SAP consultant. SAP consultants. Like who are the end users? End users are nothing but employees in your company. Like as I said here, like what are the employees? Like sales employees, inventory employees, finance employees, like it can be purchasing employees. All these employees, they'll start using this SAP software to run all our business transactions in your business. like any business transactions, like sales transactions or else finance transactions, purchasing transactions, any transactions, they will run everything in the SAP software. So they are using this SAP software. They are considering as a end user. So they are considering as a SAP end users. Okay. Now, who are these consultants? SAP consultants means, for example, there is a TV, a Sony TV. When you purchase this Sony TV, you will get the TV with the standard settings. Standard settings means brightness 50, color 50, volume 50, contrast 50, everything is 50. But when you start watching the TV, you don't like to watch the TV with the standard settings. So what you will do, you'll take the remote and you will customize the TV setup as per your watching comfortable. Like if you want to change the volume to 70, you will do it. Contrast to 90, color to 60, okay, brightness to 60, as per your watching comfortable, okay. That depends on your personal requirement and all, you will do everything customization. Similarly, whenever this Mahindra company, they purchase this SAP software, they'll get that SAP software with the standard settings. Standard settings means like everything is standard setup, which all the setup which helps in your business transactions, everything in a standard format. But that standard things and all, it won't help for your business process. Why? Because your business process having different requirement, your business is having different model, that and all. So as per your business process or else as per your business requirement, if you want to do customization in your business, so in that case of scenarios, like Mahindra company, they'll give this SAP project to any of the IT company. You know, right? Like in the market, like there are many IT companies like Wipro, TCS, Infosys, Capgemini, Cognizant, Accenture, like HCL, IBM. Let us take one company. So any of the IT company, they will be having some SAP consultants. And like as per your business requirement, you want to do some customizations in your SAP software. So in this case, these consultants will start working into this SAP, Mahindra SAP software, and they'll do the customizations or configurations as per your business requirement. Like if you are doing some customization or configurations in the area of purchasing, that will be taking not only purchasing in the inventory and purchasing area, that will be taken care by SAP MM consultant. Like if you want to do some customizations in this SAP system, production related setup, that will be taken care by SAP PP consultant. Like for quality management, SAP QM consultant. Like for sales department, SAP QM consultant. Like for every department, if you want to do some customization or configurations in your system, that will be taken care by respective module consultant. And now if you talk more about this SAP MM. So SAP MM is materials management. In this, we are having a P2P cycle. Now we will discuss this P2P cycle. Before we discuss more about this P2P cycle, shall we just have some questions? If you are having any questions, please put all your questions in the chat box. I'll just help out you to clear all your questions. Okay. What are the questions? Please put all your questions in the chat box. Any questions? Please put all questions in the chat box. Like Govind Power, which is the best module means, like as I have said, like what are the key modules, right? So in that list you can see SAP MM is also a best module, like SAP HD also. Like SAP MM, we have a good scope, like which is related to all your logistics and all execution, right? So it will help you. Others? Yes, Mahesh Kumar, they will consider it as a domain experience. Don't worry on that. They'll consider it as a domain experience. They will not treat you as a fresher. If you are having some experience, they will consider. Okay, next question, Pratibha Mandake. I have experience in manufacturing industry. So which module suits me? You are already in the manufacturing area. For you, any of these modules like SAP MM also, which will helps in your experience part. This is also relating to the supply chain management, right? Already you are working in manufacturing industry. So that is which is equivalent to your some supply chain management, logistics and all. So you might be seeing that some areas related to procuring and all that will help you. Yes, Juraj Momi, is it easy to transit the consultant role? Yes, see, not only you, this is not the day one where everyone moving from end user to a consultant. It's been years in the industries, like from couple of years, they have been moving from end user to the consultant level. Don't worry on that. Yeah, Gautam Reddy, I'm working now, pharma store department key full form. Gautam Reddy, I am not clear with your question. Could you please come up with your question again? Department KOE full form. That is not covered here. In this SAP MM metals management, that is different. It's not related to pharma. Yeah. And Binoy George, I have been looking after supply chain purchase. Which model? See, this is purchasing. I told you, right? Like metals management, which is related to purchasing and inventory. So this course is related to your supply chain procurement only, like purchasing. Rudramuni Swami, is there any updated version? Not it's for Rudramuni, we have the version, but not it for particular module. Like earlier, we are having old version called SAP ECC. Now we are having SAP S4 HANA, which is not for a particular module. For every module, it is the overall, okay, at top level, SAP HANA is there. And Ujjwal, what is the scope of this in future for company? We have a good scope, right? Always, you can check some records for the last 10 to 20 years. It is a very old software in the market, in the industry. It's we can see the future is always good for this. And Deepak Jain, I'm working as an end user, need to transfer my. Yes, you can do it, that Deepak Jain. And Binoy George, vendor invoice booking includes, yes, vendor logistic invoice verification. See, again, in the invoices, two types, George, Binoy George. So logistics invoice and all will be covered in the MM only, logistic related invoices. Yeah, Prem Dikshit, I am currently working as an end user in S4HANA to become a SAP consultant. What you need to understand the configurations or customizations. You need to understand whatever the front end you see, right? In the back end related customizations and all. So that and all will be covered in the regular classes. Prem Dikshit. And Salman, if someone is not having experience on what doing UPSC, and no worries that you have to join as a fresher only, as you do not have experience, right, Salman? Prem Dikshit, already I have answered your question. See, for this, there is no like limit, like we need only a particular IT experience, that and all. You can begin it from like 2 years, 4 years, or even for freshers also, but accordingly depends on your work experience, you will be having the opportunities. That's, yeah. Now we will look into the types, like whatever all the P2P cycle, right? We'll discuss more about that P2P cycle. If you see here, purchasing department, why they are purchasing this material? Because production department requested, that is the reason they are purchasing. Now production department, why they need that material? Because they need that material, as that material is out of stock. Without that material, they cannot manufacture the car. So that is their strong reason they have. So they need that material. We will start purchasing that material. So as a purchasing department, we'll start purchasing the material once we get any request from the production department or any other department. Like I got a request from production department to purchase some material, that is called internal requirement. Okay, normal language, it is called an intent also in domain language or domain this thing. But in SAP terminology, we'll consider it as a purchase request in SAP terminology. What is purchase request? Purchase request means requirement to purchase a material is called purchase request. Like what material? For example, I need to purchase some material X at 1000 quantity. Purchase request. I got a requirement to purchase this material, this much quantity. Like once we got a request, we'll try to purchase that material with any of the vendor in the market. For example, we have a vendor in the market X. There is a vendor X. We have to purchase that material with the vendor X. Once we place an order with the vendor X, that vendor will supply the material, that whatever the truck will come and stop in your store location. We have to unload the material and store that material in the store location. That is called goods receipt. As vendor is, we are ordering some material with the vendor is supplying the goods. That is called a goods receipt. Along with the goods, vendor will send you some bill copy also, some bill also, right? So if you are sending some goods, if you order anything in the Amazon, from Amazon, you will get some delivery. After that, they'll send you some bill also, right? So what is the price and all. Similarly, when you are purchasing any material with the vendor, vendor will supply you the goods along with that bill copy also. Generally, in normal language, it is bill, but in SAP terminology, it is called as an invoice. Okay, for example, vendor will send the invoice for 5 lakh rupees. But blindly will not make some payment to the vendor 5 lakhs, right? First of all, you have to verify that invoice. Means like what is the price of each quantity? Total how much quantity is supplied? What is he providing any discounts? What is the delivery terms and payments? Like what is the total amount? Is there any wrong in the total calculation? Like everything you will try to check it. So that is called a invoice verification. Once you post that invoice, we have to verify first of all we have to verify that invoice, then only we have to post that invoice. That is called invoice receipt. Once we post the invoice receipt, finance department will make some payment to the vendor. If you are not posting invoice receipt, finance department will never make payment to the vendor. So here if you see, starting from purchasing until payment to the vendor, that cycle is covering, right? P2P, procure to the payment, purchasing, procure to the payment. Procurement means what? Purchasing. Payment means what? Payment. So starting from purchasing until payment, that P2P cycle is covering. So in this P2P cycle, we are having one more concept, that is quotation processing. Generally, quotation processing will help us to finalize the best vendor in the market. For vendor selections, we go with the quotation processing. So in this case of scenarios, we have like when we go for this quotation processing, actually when in which case of scenarios you will be having some doubt. Already we are procuring some material with the vendor X, but why need to have the vendor selection? So there are few scenarios that vendor X is supplying you the poor quality, delay in delivery, prices also increase. So in that case, you want to change the vendor. So in that case, what you will do? You will change or you will purchase with a new vendor. So in the market, who is the best new vendor? So you have to inquire, right? So for that purpose, we have the quotation processing. Not only that, like whenever you are purchasing any material first time, for the first time means never before you purchase that material. For the first time you are purchasing. So in that case scenario also, you go for the quotation processing. So in the quotation processing, we are having 3 steps involved. Some request for quotations, maintain quotation, quotation comparison. So in this case of scenarios, request for quotation. For example, I need to purchase this material X for 1000 quantity. There are 3 vendors. I don't know who is the best vendor. Like there is a vendor A, vendor B, vendor C. Vendor A is selling the material at what price you don't know. Vendor B is selling the material at what price you don't know. Vendor C is selling the material at what price you don't know. So first of all, you will request for quotation with the vendor A. Next, you will request for quotation with the vendor B. Next, you will request for quotation with the vendor C. Once you request for quotation with all these 3 vendors, vendors will take some time, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. After that, they will respond to your quotations. So they will send some quotations. Like for example, vendor A, he will send quotation to you saying that he will sell the material for 10 rupees. Next, vendor B will sell the quotation saying that he will sell the material for 11 rupees. Next, vendor C will send the quotation saying that he will sell the material for 12 rupees. Once you receive all the quotations, like including the discounts and all, everything we will maintain in the quotation processing. After maintaining all this information, we will try to compare the prices. Okay, here some price comparison and all has to be taken. Like when you compare the prices with all these 3 vendors, if you see, vendor is supplying material at 10 rupees, whereas vendor B is selling at 11, and whereas vendor C is selling at 12 rupees. So in this case of scenarios, who is selling at a best price? Vendor A selling for 10 rupees only. Who is selling at a best price? So in this case of scenarios, you will finalize the vendor A, then you will start purchasing material with the vendor A, and that vendor A will supply the material to you. Then you will receive the material, then you will verify the invoice and make some payment to the vendor A. This is how some P2P cycle is involved. Now, before I show you SAP software, how it looks and all, I'll just take some few more questions. Just let me know if you are having any questions. Yeah, Nagendra Rao, I am having 12 years experience in purchasing department. Will this course help? I think now you got answer, Nagendra. This P2P cycle mostly related to your purchasing only, right? So this is relevant to your job only. It will help for SAP MM module. Like Akanksha Joshi, I am graduating from biology background. So for SAP MM, we just need a degree. Okay. That biology, I am not sure that comes under into like which degree. Okay. Like it's a MSc or some kind. Okay. What exactly in which area? If that is a degree, yeah, then you are eligible in that Akanksha. And next, Vinith Kumar, hi, SAP MM is only for procurement and billing. It is for procurement and inventory managing also. You forgot that thing. Okay. It is for inventory, purchasing and invoicing also. 3 things. Yeah. Apart from this, any other questions? Okay. Yeah, diploma. Yeah, diploma also, like few companies, they'll consider the diploma experience. SAP Ariba is a sourcing tool. I mean, sourcing means vendor side, right? So that is the thing. Now, let me show you some SAP software, how it looks like. You will be having some more idea. So how to log in this? Don't worry, this SAP software, this is for practice purpose. Henry Harvin will provide you. And once you join the course, you'll get all that access credentials and all. And regarding the practice system and the real-time system, there is no difference. Even full stop and comma, everything is same. Okay, everything is same. Don't worry on that. And like, if you see here how to log in, just double click on this SAP login. Once you log in, you can double click on this. So once you double click, it will take you to the SAP login page. In the login page, you have to put your user ID and password. Enter from in the keyboard, there is enter, right? So just enter. Here, for example, I told you in SAP, there are 2 categories like end user and the consultant level. So first I will just assume I am as a purchasing end user, example purpose. So I am working in Volvo company, like any of the company. There I want to create some purchase order. So I log into this SAP software and I need to purchase some material. So in this command bar, you'll put some purchasing transaction code. For example, ME21N. It's a purchasing transaction code, and enter from the keyboard. It will take to the purchase order screen. So what material you want to purchase? Okay, you'll put what material you want to purchase, how much quantity you want to purchase, like at what price you are purchasing, like for which plant, Chennai plant, Kolkata plant, or Mumbai plant, for which plant, and with which vendor you are purchasing. Like what is your purchase organization, like everything you will try to maintain, like purchasing group and all, every information will try to maintain. So in this case of scenarios, once you maintain all this information, what you will do, we will try to create the purchase order. So if you want to create the purchase order, we will try to save that purchase order. You can see here save icon, right? So this is the save icon. Once you save it, system will generate the purchase order. So in this process, the purchase order number, which will help you for tracking purpose of your order and all. Like in this case, we have created the purchase order. That purchase order will be sent to this vendor. That vendor will supply the material. You will receive the material, then you'll make some payment. This is how the general process. Like that exactly the end user job. End user job means like purchasing end user, I told you, right? But what exactly the job of a SAP MM consultant? Like in this screen, if you want to do some customization or configurations, like if you want to make this field mandatory, this field optional, this field display, or if you want to add some new fields, like if you see system only generating in, okay, this number, if you want some 3 series number or 5 series accordingly, not only this, everything we can control in the purchase order through the background. So in the backend activity, that implementation or customization, that will be taken care by SAP MM consultant. So here we do that in the SPRO transaction code. SPRO, we'll go to that SPRO, click on this reference IMG. IMG means implementation. I told you the TV example, right? Whenever you purchase your TV, you'll get the TV with the standard settings. So later we can customize as per your watching comfortable. Similarly, when Mahindra company purchased this SAP software for their business process, first of all, we have to see what are the business requirements, and based on the business requirement, we have to customize here. Like here, not only your SAP MM, like finance related or sales related, or else some logistic execution, like quality management, like plant, everything, every customization that are all taken care in this system. Like if you see here, metals management, if you want to do some customizations in this course, we have to go to this metals management. Here, these are all the nodes. Here, if you see black color dot is the right side arrow, black.